Hey guys, Gavin here, the transformation guru. Going a bit off topic today in a subject that will affect a lot of people, not just short term but long term, and it is about knife crime here in the UK. The weekend just gone, you've probably seen it. It's late November and a group of guys went to Star City in Birmingham, UK, and one lad was seen wielding a machete to watch a new film which is about gang culture in London today. And two cinemas have now since stopped airing the film because they feel that it's going to cause a lot of issues. And obviously it's the same time in which Frozen 2, most popular film of one year, has now released its second chapter at the cinema. So you've got families walking with their innocent young children through to the cinema, and you've got gangs as young as 15 to 18 strolling around with weapons. So obviously this film's caused a lot of hype and a lot of interest within gang culture itself. So naturally they feel that it's a no-brainer to go to the cinema to protect themselves with weapons, just in case a rival gang's going to watch the viewing. I spoke to head of security in my local town, and he was basically said that these lads were trying to watch the film in Birmingham, and they were looking at going further afield because they got turned away. And it's no surprise. It's not normal behaviour here in the UK to wield a knife or a blade or even a machete, but I have actually stopped someone walking through the Redditch Kingfisher Centre before with a sword. It was pretty random, got security on it, and I've seen a lot of issues over the last 2 years especially. I've been armed robbed myself, claw hammer and knife. A friend has been stabbed, another friend got attacked by a mob earlier this year. One had a hammer, one had a bar, and another guy actually slashed into my friend's hand with a machete, and another friend got stabbed 12 times. And just to share how loose and relaxed the law system is here in the UK on knife crime, the guy went down for, I think it was about 6 years in a open prison and has now escaped. So that says a lot about how things are in the UK today. So you can stab someone near to death, they could be fighting for their life for hours, stabbed 12 times, and then just put them in an open prison and not care too much. And yeah, it's just ridiculous the way things are now in the UK with knife crime. I've been told that through statistics, someone's stabbed every 16 minutes, and it's only going to get worse because I've been a DJ for the last 20 years. When I grew up as a youngster, went to college, rap music was coming out and the music made sense. It was lyrical and it was like Eminem and the likes of P. Diddy, and I was big into the likes of Tupac and Biggie Smalls. And yes, okay, America had its fair issues with guns, but gun violence within criminal gangs was pretty much violence against violence, and that was a very American driven culture around rap music. Since the grime industries took hold of a lot of youngsters' mindsets, I have to say grime music now is in a lot of Netflix films and series. I watched Top Boy. I actually did rate it. It's good. It was very insightful into what gang culture is like today in London. And I can kind of emphasize and understand if you come from a very poor, broken background and you're in an area where it's rife with drugs and criminality, and the only way in your mind everyone's walking around with weapons, well, naturally the human response to that is survival. So naturally you'd want to look at protecting yourself. So therefore some people see it in that culture as a natural defense. If they're bearing and carrying weapons, well, why can't I? And it's a no surprise why most stabbings I'm hearing of is happening within gangland, and it's unfortunate that a lot of innocent people are getting caught up in it. hence my friends who've been stabbed and myself being armed robbed. And I look at the way music videos today portray gang culture. They overly excite violence, and it's a no surprise why, having seen this trailer of this film, why it's been, well, with the response that we've had both in Birmingham and London, with lads wielding knives and even blatantly bearing a machete, why it's been kicked out of cinemas. Because you only need one murder to take place in a cinema, and then suddenly the country will basically be scared to go to something as simple as going to a cinema. But I do believe it's going to get worse in the UK with knife crime. The government's too weak, we're too politically correct and scared to take action. I firmly believe that police should be given all the powers and all the rights. If someone's there waving a knife or a sword or whatever, they should have all the means open to them to take that person down and stop causing any conflict or further damage. I've got friends in the police force, and one's actually said that there's been shootings and all sorts of criminality going round near schools, but you don't hear of this on the media. You only hear what the media wants you to hear and what the government's willing to allow you to hear, and it's only like I say, going to get worse before it gets better. So yeah, it's a mad world we live in. And people ask me, why don't I go to the City of London so much? Why don't I go to Birmingham? Well, have you not seen the crime go up? And it's not what you just hear about either. On the mainstream media, social media is a good source for resourcefulness, because anything can get shared in a moment. But I know of a lot of criminalities going on in the cities, because I've trained a lot of police detectives. I've got a lot of friends in the police. Just in Redditch itself, I've got a friend who's in the police force. I won't name who he is, but he stopped a young lad in his teenage years walking around Redditch with a machete down the side of his leg, and that's just in my hometown. And we didn't see that in the paper. So there we are. That's my view on the reason why grime film is having a negative effect on knife crime. And whoever is in power in the government after the next election in a few weeks' time, I really firmly believe that they should put a stamp down to it, that they're being too weak and soft on the crime, and there needs to be more education around prevention, because more innocent people are going to get wrapped up in it. So just my opinion. What's yours? Comment below. But I've got no time or place for gang violence or knife crime. It's just it's not good. It's not healthy for the soul, body or mind. Thanks for watching. For more information on other videos and other interesting things that I do, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you like the content in this video, give us a thumbs up. But thanks for watching. Cheers.